Greetings, everyone. I'm the man behind the anime girl, here with my friends to talk about something today. We got Mad Matt
Uh,
and Ojunix.
Hello.
Today we're talking about the possible end of physical game copies, which is a thing that PlayStation sounds like they want to do. This is going to be a interesting
PlayStation's
thing to
definitely
have to
beating that
deal with.
drum, and I think they're regretting it a bit.
And the fact that they're planning on doing away with it at the beginning of 2028 sounds like we do know when they're planning on launching the PlayStation 6.
Yeah, gotta wonder on that.
Well, because that's the perfect excuse to not include a drive with the system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Considering that they've since PS5, PS4, they were doing diskless versions of their consoles.
No, there's no diskless PS4s.
Okay, that was only a PS5 then.
That's PS5.
Okay, for some reason I was thinking it was PS4 did it too.
No.
Okay. Though that being said, they are getting a lot of backlash, but a lot of people have pointed out a lot of their shareholders and stock went up after they made the announcement.
Yeah, but they made an announcement right before a holiday weekend, which is going to affect the ability to accurately portray the response to things, because the stock values can't change when everybody's flipping out over the weekend, because that's all closed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Especially a holiday weekend. And the other thing is in this whole thing, PlayStation has lied about the percentages because they used numbers that included microtransactions from free to play games, as well as smaller indie studio games that obviously aren't going to have a physical version.
Right.
To say that
And
85% of their customer base is buying digital. That's ignoring the fact that with their first party games, every one of them, 60% was bought physically by their fans.
Yeah.
They're lying about the numbers to justify what they're going to do.
Yeah, they're lying about their numbers. They're lying about how many games they're actually selling. They're not lying about how many games they're selling. They're lying about how much is actually being bought online, because they're trying to just make an excuse to hand wave and again get rid of physical copies, which is going to bite them in the butt, and that's also going to be a problem in the future because, well, let's also state the fact that Sony is in the midst of downsizing some of their digital stuff to begin with too.
Yeah, they announced that they're getting rid of physical games the same day they announced that they're shutting down the PS3 and Vita stores.
Yep.
There's that.
Which is because they're run on old technology that they weren't willing to update in any ways properly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, whatever the reason you're doing it, that does not look good when you're switching to digital only, because you show that it's possible in the future you might change to a different store again and close our library on us.
Yep.
And on top of all that, there's also the movie incident that's going on with Sony.
Yeah, over 500 movies that just got removed?
Something like 500 to 600 of them plus,
Well, because the thing is, PlayStation stopped selling digital movies on PlayStation Store years ago because they decided they didn't want to do that anymore, which meant that they never tried to renew licenses over anything. Which that's a more specific movie-related issue that, in some cases anyhow.
But in the same case, though, that also means that there's a bunch of stuff people bought that they can no longer access, and Sony's not refunding them a penny.
Nope.
Yeah.
They're not.
Even though it's a platform they can still access.
Yeah. And there's the other big reason to worry this is Sony is one of the main companies involved with producing Blu-ray discs for anything, including movies.
Yeah.
The fact that they want to do away with this might mean that they might make decisions that fuck other companies out of being able to release physical copies of their movies in the near future. And the thing is, when they're doing stuff like this with so much stuff going on right now, it was stupid for them to announce this right now, not realizing the backlash they were going to get. Aside from the fact that they announced the PS3 store shutting down the same time, we have all these other issues that people have with digital stuff, like the problems caused by AI making RAM cost a fortune. There's so many things going on right now where if people are like, oh, it's just one thing, it's like, no, there's a bunch of things to be pissed about right now, even if some of it's not really Sony specific. That the fact that you're pissed about some other things might just make people not buy the system for that reason. Because if the PS6 is over $1,000, that's going to affect your sales already without having pissed off people for an extra thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
you're already edging people out of being able to afford it.
And the other thing with them doing this is, like, even if Xbox decided to try and be the good guys this time, sort of like what PlayStation did with the PS4 when Xbox One was trying to have online DRM with the freaking games, is like Sony having heavy control over people being able to get Blu-ray discs to use might interfere with Xbox trying to do something if they wanted to. I don't think they're going to, but if they wanted
to. Xbox, it could definitely interfere with movie studios. It can interfere with a lot of different systems all at once because they just want to be jerks right now.
But it really does seem very conveniently timed with the AI making tech hard to acquire for the consumer, which is leaving a lot of people not able to afford consoles or build new PCs.
It's not just consoles and new PCs. It's every freaking bit of tech. Smart TVs need RAM. Cars need RAM. There's all kinds of stupid shit now that has PC parts in it now that AI is literally interfering with by eating all the components up.
Right. But I was just trying to emphasize to this point was because remember, there's a lot of the game companies who also been wanting to push this idea of cloud. It's like, you can't afford a console? Well, maybe we should switch you to clouds. That way you don't need a PC or console. And it's like,
except cloud doesn't work.
And even if you have good enough internet, you still need some sort of product that is made with the PC parts to connect to the cloud. Even if it's a weak, shitty system, you still have to have something.
Yeah, so it's like, if that was some mastermind plot between the corporations to push non-physical to cloud, so they don't have to make it machines anymore, it's like, it still wouldn't fucking work because you still need tech to do tech, and you can't do tech if you don't have the tech. you create a problem that you think that you have a solution, which you really don't.
Taking its own gosh dang tail, only gone stupid.
Yeah, the snake eating its own. Yeah, exactly.
And the crazy thing is, I've seen a lot of people online that are defending PlayStation, trying to go, PC, you guys got switched to digital long before us, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but the thing is, when we had physical on PC, our physical copies kind of sucked because of the stupid obsession anyone putting stuff on PC had with including this weird DRM stuff into the disc that could end up preventing you from even installing the game off the disc because you already registered the CD key on a previous computer, so now you can't use it. There was weird crap like that. So for us, switching to digital actually made us feel like we had more control of our ownership over the game.
Yeah.
Where on console,
that and physical copies were a pain in the ass because they came in those huge ass boxes.
Yeah.
If you didn't have enough shelf space for it, you're doomed.
Well, on console, the physical version was a thing that allowed you to play the game without connecting to the internet and or having to do any of this stuff.
Well, PC, they always wanted you connected, to some degree or another.
Yeah. There's also just the whole big thing that is also believed the reason Sony is pushing this is because they really do want to just finally kill out the secondary market. So that way,
it's also foolish.
Which, if the only way you can buy digital, that means Sony has complete control over the prices. So don't expect to get, this game that's been out for 5 or 6 years to ever go below $70 or $60. So, aka, we're just gonna be like Nintendo now.
Yeah, except people actually like Nintendo's games. What?
There's a compliment for Nintendo. So good
Well,
job
I'm
there.
just saying, like Nintendo refuses to lower the base price of their games.
Right.
Other companies aren't. I shouldn't say no other company is like that, but like a lot of PlayStation's first party games eventually went down in price to try and get people to buy them. Nintendo doesn't do that, and people still buy the games anyhow, even though some of them like actually have way less gameplay time than some of the PlayStation games. But it's you know, Nintendo has honestly more popular IPs than PlayStation does, because PlayStation freaking keeps burning their former selves repeatedly. Oh, all the games from the PS1 days, we don't need those. Torch it. PS2 generation games, torch it.
Yeah, that's really because I always remember that stupid statement. It was a CEO, I think, that said, "Why would anybody want to play these games? They're old. We don't." Or the other one when they said, "PlayStation doesn't have enough IPs. We need to make new ones." Yeah. I'm like, you did have IPs. You buried them all, though.
Yeah. There's literally nothing stopping them from just randomly bringing Wild Arms back, but they won't do it.
Legend of Dragoon, anybody?
Well, yes, exactly. But I mean, sure. Now we can't claim Spyro or Crash as a Sony IP anymore. But I mean, they still had Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, the Monkey Escape,
Ape Escape.
Ape Escape. Thank you. Rapper the Parapper, I think it was called.
Rapper the Rapper.
Yeah. I mean, they had Twisted Metal. Freaking Twist. The thing has a TV series that a lot of people liked. Did they ever make a new game? No.
What? All I can say is this is a lot of stupid decisions. There's so many stupid decisions going on in the game industry right now, because I'm not going to really defend Xbox either, with them overbuying game studios and then having to fire a bunch of people.
They went overboard, and then when somebody took over and go, yeah, this is not sustainable. Yeah, the firing was inedible. There was no way they were going to get out of that if they wanted to still try to function anyway.
Yeah, and also despite what the IPs are like, Nintendo is still price gouging the hell out of everything. And also trying to then sue and gouge the government back for them gouging prices on the consumer. So they're trying to double dip.
Yeah.
The main thing that protects Nintendo is just the fact that they actually have a good lineup of first-party games that people actually enjoy.
Yeah, they don't kill their IPs just because they haven't done anything. There's eventuality they may come back to it.
They don't kill their IPs or randomly let somebody like Todd Howard waste multiple years creating a game called Starfield that nobody asked for.
Yeah.
Although I can't think of the last F-Zero I've seen on Nintendo lately. Where's that? TikTok.
There's a lot.
They seem to refuse to make F-Zeros because they see it as a game that just interferes with Mario Kart because they're both racing games.
They're very different games.
I know,
but we know, but
that's the only similarity is racing.
That's not how they see it.
Yeah, I think that's Nintendo's issue with not bringing it back. But I think that's more or less all, because we've went off topic now. So I think we've said what we can about the PlayStation thing. It's just, oh man, it just makes
it's a hot mess, and they are knee deep in it.
Yeah.
That's what we got to say. So until next time, everybody, happy gaming.
Yo.
And with that, you've made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to do that like, comment, and subscribe thing that everyone's always talking about. Otherwise, Ozina will be angry. You don't want to see Ozina when she's angry.